Yo, what's going on, good people? It's your boy Eric Taylor, Taylor to Astrology. On a gray, rainy day, I am finishing up my Secrets of the Sun Sign series. And I saved last for last. Today I'm talking about the Pisces Sun Sign. Yes, Pisces the fish, the final sign, the final water sign, the mutable water sign, right? So Pisces, if you don't know, really, starts around February 19th, 20th, depending on the year, right? And goes until about March 18th, okay? So we're gonna break down the decans, the signs. It's ruled by the planet Jupiter, traditional, and the modern ruler is Neptune. But when you're looking to understand the energy of Pisces and some of its purpose and the sun, you have to look at the planet Jupiter. That will tell you about the relationship with the father, right? So is your Jupiter exalted in Cancer or at home in Sag or Pisces? Or is it in fall in Capricorn or debilitated in Gemini or Virgo? That will flavor and really give you some insight to the beliefs, philosophies, and the relationship with your father. So let's break it down. The sun itself, right? It's your father, your ego, your pride, your vitality, your authority, your creativity. Part of your personality, right? Sun, moon, and rising sign ascendant, that makes the personality. It's your, creativity. It's your self-expression, okay? It's, some say the spirit, some say the soul, maybe the moon is more of the soul and ancestors, your roots. But the sun sign says a lot. And like I said, it's your father. So what's Pisces, right? Pisces, like I said, associated with the 12th house, traditional ruler, Jupiter, modern Neptune. Pisces is this mutable water sign that is extremely intuitive and psychic. It's like Neptune, it can be very nebulous. It's about the spiritual path, right? It absorbs the energies of all the 12 signs. Pisces is about creativity, imagination, spirituality, right? Pisces is very philosophical, but it's more on the spiritual side, right? Pisces is like you associate it with like isolation and hidden places and creativity, the artist, the musician, the poet, the inventive scientist. They're great at marketing and branding and just, esoteric thoughts and spirituality. Massage therapists, Reiki healers, astrologers, tarot, numerology. Pisces gets into all these artistic, creative realms, right? And it's on the health axis, the Virgo, Pisces, the polar opposite of Pisces is Virgo. And so Pisces very much is connected to the spiritual realm, the 5D, and about the subconscious and unconscious mind, dreams and fantasies. A lot of times Pisces just aren't here. They're like somewhere else, daydreaming, okay? But you can associate Pisces with addiction, right? Drugs, alcohol, escapism, okay? Okay, so let's talk about the Pisces sun and looking at the first some of the famous people. So I got good friends, my boy Mark Hansen, Smokey Fontaine, the amazing, yes, my wife, Alana Taylor from Sabale Pure, SABALI Pure.com. Organic and vegan body and skincare. Check it out. Common, Erica Badu. Pisces, I think, Kurt Cobain. He's kind of on that cusp, but Pisces, Rihanna. Pisces they're just dope, okay? Usually you can find the men will be more stoic. They try to play so serious and this and that, but inside Pisces men are crazy sensitive. They can be daydreamers, escapism. They have to watch out for drug addiction. They have heartbreaks with women. Oh my God, they are writing some love songs, the poetic, tape, back when we used to make cassette tapes. They got all the love songs, the slow jams on there. But they're very creative. They could have really any job or career, but then, they could be an archaeologist, a scientist, a doctor, an athlete, but then they play guitar or play flute or piano, or they paint with their feet. Medical astrology, Pisces rules the feet and the toes. Okay. Also, Pisces are very connected to the collective and humanity and are very much about healing. Okay. And I told you, right? Intuitive, very psychic. Some Pisces can be very empathic, but they're really spiritual. They want a spiritual path. They can make all the money and this and that, but along the journey in their way in their life, they are going to really want to ascend and really find their spiritual purpose and practice. You can find them being very religious, more spiritual. You have to see where the Jupiter is and the moon, but for the most part, they're very spiritual. And then it matters where the sun is in your chart, what house, right? Maybe they're a spiritual political leader or business leader in the 10th house. Maybe in the 5th house, they are the spiritual singer, rapper, artist, right? The Badus, the Commons, creativity. And the ascendant, maybe they are the spiritual healer, okay? The 12th house, maybe the spiritual guru, shaman, right? Maybe they're the spiritual nurse that works in a hospital. Pisces, so let's get to this first decan, the Pisces-Pisces decan. So really from around the 20th to, let's say, probably, March 1st, these people, oh my God, super psychic, intuitive, very much the grandmother, grandfather. They have the sage wisdom, the spiritual insight and knowledge. They are great with marketing and pictures and concepts, designing. They're good with biology and nature, right? Remember, Jupiter is biology and finance. So they're good at managing people, managing things, managing a household, a business. They have a very good business sense, but it's a splash of business with creativity and very artistic. A lot of Pisces like to sing and write and dance and poetry, sculpting. They can be great painters. A lot of them can play instruments, but if they can't, you'll see, you need to really see, because if they're a Pisces sun sign, their Mercury is going to be either Aquarius, Pisces, or Aries. And so that can tell you how they create and what they do with their hands and the way they think and assess. But Pisces, oh my God, they really, you'll find this Pisces, if their father is around, you got to look at the Jupiter, but they can have a very spiritual connection with their fathers. Pisces, a lot of times, they can just disappear. Like they'll be sitting in your physical house, but they're daydreaming and going off to other places, other realms, right? Remember, the 12th house is foreign lands, import, export, but it's isolated places, like the ashram, the monastery, right? The jail, the hospital, but even going to other planets, they're astral traveling to the Mars or the moon or Neptune or the Jupiter, totally Pisces, first decan. So then, and that could be from even to the 19th to the February's only got 28 or 29 days, but let's say to the 1st. So then from the 2nd to the, 10th, the Pisces-Cancer decan, these people, they're more cautious. They're more about family, nostalgic, safety, security. They're still going to be very spiritual, but they're very connected to their mothers. Okay, and sometimes that might even be from the 1st to the 10th, right? But you'll find, because from the 19th to the 28th, that's going to be more, or the 29th is going to be the first decan. So really, I would say from the 1st to about the 10th, 9th in there. Also, these They can be great pastry chefs, great cooks. Same with the Pisces-Pisces, but the Pisces-Cancer decan, they can be really into farming and gardening and cooking and teaching. And all the Pisces can be really good teachers, professors, counselors, therapists. Pisces-Cancer, they can be very much into photography, right? Because Neptune rules film and photography. So these guys can make great artists and actors as well. Pisces-Cancer decan, they can be a little extra sensitive. And they have this deep inner knowing. They don't know how they know things all the time, but they're like, oh, yeah, I know that. Or I've been knowing this, you know? Yeah. And Pisces, they love all decans, and we'll get to the Pisces-Scorpio, but they love to kiss. They love to cuddle. They love to go for walks, hold hands. They aren't necessarily freaky, but they can dissolve their inhibitions, and they can be very sensual and sexual in the sense that they're like, oh, you want to do it? They're like, yeah, yes. You know, but they can be so much in their own heads that sometimes you can't tell, you know, with the ladies, if they're like, you know, turned on or into it or whatever. And then you find out once you get started, you're like, oh, yeah, okay. But they're deep waters, they're deep emotions. So they need a lot of mental stimulation. And Pisces women are attracted to intelligent men, spiritual men, creative, artistic men with great imaginations. They like that. The guys, they love a very versatile woman. Now, understand, because this is a mutable sign, and you know Virgo and Sag are both mutable, and they're the bachelor and bachelorette sign. Well, Pisces, Gemini are a little bit different. They like relationships, but their problem is, you know, because it's like the two fish and the twins, their problem is they're like in and out of two different worlds, especially with the Pisces, and they can be a poor judge of character. Because Pisces is the Jupiter side is very optimistic. And then the Neptune side, it creates the fog and the issues with discernment. So a lot of times the Pisces women or men, they don't see their partners clearly. They have on the rose-colored glasses. So they can deal with a lot of deception in relationships, getting cheated on or abused, stuff like that. Or dating someone who's drug user or abuser, okay? Pisces men also can get involved in a lot of drugs, or they could totally not touch it. You know what I mean? Their drug could be like eating Oreo cookies or something. You know what I mean? It's but there's always a little hint of addiction. Then the final decan, you're talking more like from the 9th, 10th to about the 18th of March. Maybe in some years that 19th will be the 29th degree. This is the Pisces-Scorpio decan. These people can be a little bit more attached, a little bit more connected. They like deep intimacy, more, you know, issues with trust. They can be a little bit more controlling in a relationship. And what I was going to say before with the two fish, well, they usually, when the women end a relationship, they forget who you are. They literally, you're gone, dead to them. That, you know, they're not always about being friends. The Pisces men, they want to break up and make up and break up and make up, and they can hold on to love. Especially the second and third decan, the Cancer, Scorpio decans. They want to, you know, get back together, and especially they want to stay attached forever. Like these 18-year relationships of in and out. Pisces, Scorpio decan, I've seen that a lot. But they're good, great people. The guys, the ladies, they're really solid people and very reliable and friends you can count on. They can be very loyal friends. Let's see. Pisces, Scorpio, they can be into the Pisces, Scorpio, and Pisces, Pisces. They like the murder mysteries. They like the whodunit. They like, what's the Dateline and murder mysteries and Snapped and this and that. I know my wife likes to watch all this wild stuff. You know, they like, what's the, oh my God, The Walking Dead and Breaking Bad, all that type of stuff. they really can get into this realm of the end of a cycle of life, right? They're not afraid really of death. They kind of get, and Pisces, all decans, pure, true, unconditional love. That's why Venus is exalted in the sign of Pisces. But remember, you want to look at your birth chart. You hit me up, tailoredtoyoucoaching@gmail.com, because you need to know where the Jupiter is. This is going to flavor the Pisces, your beliefs, your philosophies, your spirituality, your imagination, your creativity, and the relationship with Papa, your source, right? And even the ego. Because you could be Jupiter and Capricorn, you could be very arrogant. Like, oh, I'm the best spiritual guru teacher ever. Oh, I'm the best singer or actor ever, artist, you know? And it's like, no, you're not. Now, Pisces, one of the secrets I will definitely tell you, you'll never know what's going on in their mind. Like, they've got a whole nother world up here. And that's with all the decans. They can be very vague and secretive, and sometimes it's not on purpose. It's because they're just going in and out of the 3D and 5D. They sometimes have to meditate more to get grounded, but they can be very spiritual, very creative, and they love rituals, okay? They like the sage, the candles, the Bible, the Torah, the Quran. They love prayer, but they like routine and rituals. And so they, through their Jupiter, especially if it's well placed, they can be very disciplined with their spirituality, imagination. Pisces, sometimes they can get distracted easily, be a little, not lazy, but just kind of, not melancholy, just kind of like, they want to be calm and chill. They can be pretty sensitive. Pisces don't like to get teased or snapped on or joked on to dozens. They like, they don't like that. And, they have really good sense of humor. Pisces, men and women, they love to laugh. And they can make fun of themselves, But if you make fun of them, watch out. They, especially the final decan, that Pisces-Scorpio decan, they'll be like, okay, I'm gonna get your butt. They like a foot massage. Some of them like their toes licked or sucked. You have to kind of take the lead though, sometimes with the Pisces women. And, the Pisces guys, they are very, they can bounce around until they get stable. And they can find themselves in situations where sometimes they're unfaithful, but it's like almost literally by accident. Because it's like they forget like who they are, where they are, and then all of a sudden they're like, I don't know, I was just drinking and then I just kissed her and, my girlfriend wasn't here tonight. And I've had these conversations with Pisces guy friends. They have to watch out about, the illusion, the deception. They're very magical people. They can be into magic, but delusion, they can lie to themselves. And they gotta stay away from prescription drugs, no good. They need plant medicine, natural medicine, like Pisces, they need to stay away. And if they drink, they should try to limit it to the weekends. And, they gotta be careful. They just have to be careful with drugs and alcohol, for real. But Pisces is special, Hey, I married a Pisces, so I'm very fortunate and blessed. And it is truly unconditional love. They are ride or die, and they will be there for you. Even when you're in coma for 40 days and 85 days in the hospital, they will have your back. At least my Pisces did. So I am a fortunate, blessed man. And well loved and well taken care of by my Pisces woman. So shout out to Pisces. And got a lot of love for Pisces. Great friends, great artists, they love to share their wisdom and knowledge. And they do it in a creative way. They really do. And they can go through depression and mental issues. So you have to watch out for that, along with the addiction, that escapism. And I think if they really meditate 30 minutes a day, that's going to help their lives. Yoga, get in a prayer closet, you know, read whatever your faith is. You know, I told you, you know, Muslim, Jewish, Christian, Hindu, Buddhist, they need the repetition, the ritual, the routines. And most Pisces, they do have a hidden talent. Like I said, you know, they could have a regular job, but then they paint or play flute, guitar, piano. Like they always seem to have like some hidden talent. And they're not too much about bragging. You know, they are, I mean, I think about even Badu, she's a freaking doula. She's amazing. Helping bring a midwife, bringing children into the world. You know, like, yo, Pisces, you guys are dope. So check out the Jupiter. Understand Pisces is sensitive, funny. They're very colorful. And they have good aesthetics, fashion sense. And you could also see that through their Venus. But sometimes they're confusing when they talk. Like, it's not a linear, logical way. Like, they'll think they tell you something, but they didn't. And they, you know, they're very much in their heads. It's sometimes it's hard to like pull stuff out of them. You're like, okay, focus. I'm here. And, but very social. And like I said, ride or die friends and ride or die in a relationship or marriage. So, and if you have Pisces children, you know, they're bossy. They are like the old grandma and grandpa. They always want to tell you what to do. Oh, wear this and do that. And you should try this and da-da-da-da-da. They're always saying, that's a phrase. You should try this. You should do this. Or I believe that. And da-da-da-da. You know what I mean? They're very philosophical. They can be preachy sometimes, but they definitely are like the, you know, old souls, grandma, grandpa of the zodiac, you know, because they absorb all energies, you know. And think of that 12th house, the last 5 degrees of the Pisces Aries cusp. It's like the cusp of rebirth, like being back in your mother's womb. Pisces they're old souls. So you got to just appreciate them and love them. You know, I do. So all you Pisces out there, friends, family, my wife, you know, my cousin. And this is deep. I'm going to tell you. So my cousin, she's a Pisces, and our whole lives, she went to University of Virginia, I went to University of Maryland, and this is back when we had pagers. We could be thinking of one another and like one would page the other. So we're more like brother and sister, and there's always been that deep connection, you know, Virgo Pisces. So I really know Pisces well. And she's definitely like a grandma. As a little girl, she was like that, but they are, they got your back. And yeah, sometimes they can be a little naggy, but they give good, sage advice. They have a lot of wisdom, and you can trust them. Very loyal, and you can trust them. Unless, of course, they want to watch some television series while you're at work teaching in the Bronx. That you were supposed to watch together. I'm just saying. All right, Pisces, I love you. And I hope I have done you well. And don't be so sensitive. Don't take yourself so serious. Most of the time they don't. But like I said, they don't like to be joked on and snapped on. They're like, enough. And they like people that are about truth, reality, and their word. If you lie or mislead a Pisces, you're a dead man walking. Okay? They're not having that. They're not. They like to set and lead life by example. So, all right, Pisces. Think I broke down the sun sign secrets. Hit me up, tailoredtocoaching@gmail.com. Check out the Patreon, the Facebook, Tailored to Coaching, Tailored to Astrology, the IG and the TikTok, and, you know, follow me there. And, you know, hit me up. I want to get the birth chisel. Still Scorpio season, birth chart sale, all that good stuff. And come to Astrological Coffee Talk with Eric. I'm teaching the lesson on Mars and Jupiter, Saturday, November 12th, $15, 90 minutes over Zoom. Great group of people. I teach a great lesson. It's fun. It's about growing. Astrology, this ancient wisdom and knowledge that map your life. Love vibrates from the heart. All right, Pisces. Peace. Eric Taylor, Taylor to Astrology. By Sun Sign Secret Series. It was great doing this series. I might do the Secrets of the Moon next. We'll see. I'm gonna vote on it. I put it up for a vote in community. So, I'll let you know. Bye, Pisces Sun. Later.